Hey everybody, my name is Zach Richmond of the Richmond Realty Group, Remax the Woodlands and Spring, and I have a great friend of mine here.
And my name is John Sanderson with Prime Lending, and I'm with Sanderson Mortgage Group.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So
that's a new one.
Yeah, I like it. Hey,
It up.
There you go. Get a DBA for it. Copyright that. But hey, anyways, we just wanted to provide a market update to you. There's a lot of information going on out there, and it's really hard to digest it. So we're going to speak from our perspective, what we've heard from all the economists when we've been able to talk with them in more intimate settings, what we've heard, and also what we're seeing from actually the data. So my man John here has got a good pulse on it.
You got it. Let's dive in. We've got tons of really good information in here. So let's just talk about what the Mortgage Bankers Association says, that the risks that exist, and those risks that exist are there's a possible recession coming, and that's just market volatility, normal cyclical type deal. And are you ready for the recession?
You know, I don't think it's going to be a recession, really.
You know?
No.
Okay, well, you got to store some nuts, you know.
Yeah, okay.
You're like a squirrel. Store your nuts, okay?
I'm more of a ramen kind of guy, so.
Okay, well, there you go. And global growth is expected to potentially slow down. Hey, come on, I'm trying to read some statistics here. Okay. Yeah. We got some trade wars going on. These, there's a trade war going on with St. Martin.
Oh, yeah?
Did you hear about that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the little island, St. Martin.
Yeah.
A trade war going on with them. I don't know what that's all about. But anyways, in all honesty, if the Chinese trade war gets solved, I think that the stock market's going to take off, and we're going to see a lot of positive from that.
Right.
But the good news is wage growth continues to be strong. I think the key to all of the information that we've heard is jobs. Jobs. There's so many jobs out there. There's people that are struggling to find good quality workers.
Yeah.
So that's a huge positive for the economy.
Yeah.
And so with that coupled with wage growth going on, and one of the statistics I'm going to touch on is leisure and hospitality industry is starting to pick up.
Big indicator. We'll get into that in just a little bit.
That's like one of those things about, like the weather's getting colder or something like that. I mean, that's a good one. Anyway, so overall, interest rates are probably going to remain pretty much the same this year, right around 5% plus or minus. Mm-hmm. So we're in good shape. That's all Mortgage Bankers Association. So what else?
Yeah,
what else do we want to touch on?
It's good. Actually, there's a lot to touch on a lot of different areas. So it's good. Yeah, under 6% is a strong consumer rate environment. So we're not really seeing it affect home sales at all. So that's been a blessing. So good thing. Baker Hughes on February 8th, they put out a report of the United States rig count. And so this is one of the things I like to watch, especially, John was talking on more of the national level and the global level. Mm-hmm. The rig count is actually something that touches us here domestically and locally. Right. In the United States, there was 149 rigs started and going right now as of February 8th. At this time last year, there was only 975. So we have a 7.6% increase in our rig counts.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and if you know how much effort and work it takes into designing, planning, parts, labor, building, pulling out, midstream, upstream, downstream, who's everstream, it's a big deal. And there's a lot of jobs that come from that, and there's a lot that goes.
What did you say? A lot of what?
There's a lot of jobs.
That's right. Yes, jobs.
You know what? The economy, real estate's location. I think economy is the jobs. Yeah.
Well, while we're on the topic of oil, can I
what was that?
Quote one statistic here?
Yeah.
For the first time in 75 years, the U.S. is a net exporter of oil.
Boom.
Love it.
75 years, 7.5 decades, we are now a net exporter of oil.
Awesome.
Do you understand what that does to the Houston economy?
That's fantastic.
It does. So everybody here locally, and especially around, this is a big deal. I think it's been overshadowed and overcast by so many other things that are being talked about. We are a net exporter of oil.
That's fantastic.
We already produce enough for all of us in the country, and we're actually having to spit off some and burn off some of all this oil and natural gas. We are now exporting our excess.
That's fantastic. That's awesome news.
That is great. That is a great
That kind of brings up a question. I wonder, how big is our GDP in Texas? I wonder.
Actually, it was wonderful here. So actually, good segue. He's good. We should do this more often. You guys want more data from us? Let us know.
Yeah,
we might do this more often.
Yeah.
So
load me up.
There you go.
Let's go.
So segueing that from Senator Creighton's office, Senator Brand Creighton's office, and Christy Seedoff, they were able to speak to us at the Economic Outlook Conference, and he hit on some key things, which I think is pretty cool to hear. We are, thank you, my brother, we are the 10th largest EDP, and I say we, I mean the state of Texas. We are the 10th largest GDP, not EDP, GDP, gross domestic product producer in the whole world. We are now
awesome.
We are now bigger. We are a bigger economy than Russia. Russia.
That's a big country, man. That's like this on the map. Have you seen it? I mean, Texas is big. We're huge.
We are a highly efficient state.
But we're like this big. But Russia's like that big, and we're bigger than them.
We are bigger than that.
Wow.
We are bigger than Russia's
awesome
economy.
stuff.
And actually, one of the things that their office also provided to us is that we have population growth that's 3 times faster than New York, the state of New York. So we are growing 3 times faster than that.
That's crazy. It's awesome crazy, though.
It is, and there was a statistic given to us by the Texas Economic Development Corporation at our EDP luncheon, our quarterly update in January. They said we get about 1,000 to 1,200 people that move to Texas a day.
Wow! And I'll tell you what, I think I ran into about 500 of them on the way to work today. I mean, I was behind five cars from North Carolina and about 50 cars from California. I think the majority is California, though. I gotta say.
So there's also some other good statistics from.
And by the way, people from California, the weather's like this all the time. So,
you'll love it.
Yeah, you'll love it.
You'll get used to it.
You won't get homesick at all.
But yeah, so we're also a big exporter. We lead in the country at exporting as a state for cattle, cotton, hay, farming, ranch, sheep. So we are a diversified economy, more than just oil and gas, mining, and so we are doing good.
That's awesome.
What was that you mentioned about? Did you say something about leisure and hospitality jobs?
Yeah, leisure and hospitality jobs are up 2% in the last 12 months, which again, it's a really good leading indicator. It goes back to having that disposable income. People are willing to, go on staycations or go far away, to like St. Martin before the trade war gets resolved over there. They're going there too. So that's good stuff.
Hey, we have a lot of great hotels here in Montgomery County, especially here in the Woodlands for good staycations. I know a bunch of people that actually do it. It's a nice little getaway.
I do it myself. I go over to the Woodlands Resort.
There you go.
At least once a year. Love it. Love the pool over there.
That's right. So this is wonderful. So things are going well. Things are going and good. Things are improving. And so just want to take that a little bit further. Mm-hmm. There was projections given on what oil is going to be a barrel.
Yeah, hang on, let me type something up really quick here. Let me write that up. I think it's going to be between $50 and $60 a barrel this year, which is good because, I mean, we around here we would love to see it up around 100 again, but we got to be fair to the rest of the country. Mm-hmm. Let them fill up at a decent rate, and we're willing to pay maybe $3 or $4 a gallon, but that's okay.
Yeah.
$2 is good too.
Yeah,
and it's good, and everybody, there's a lot of employment. So,
it's like every dollar is 100,000 more jobs. So
exactly.
I'm fine paying at the pump, knowing that more people have a place to stay, live, work, contribute to our schools, community, taxes, small business, whatever. So it's all good. Yeah, all the economists that we've been listening to have all stated that they believe it's going to be between $50 to $60 for oil a barrel.
Exactly.
So,
and that's good. We can do that.
Another great economist we heard from was Ted Jones. He's the chief economist from Stewart Title, and he came and did a presentation here in the Woodlands, and he mentioned something else too that I just kind of wanted to show. It was seasonally adjusted jobs for the Woodlands, Houston, Sugar Land MSA.
And this is from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Mm-hmm. In the last 12 months, the Houston MSA has produced 114,700 net jobs. That's fantastic. Coming from little state of Connecticut where I grew up, I mean, if we get 5,000 jobs in an entire year, we're doing good.
114,000.
And that's just here.
New net jobs in the Houston, Sugar Land, Woodlands MSA.
That's fantastic.
That is great. So that growth is awesome. That means that we need to expand our infrastructure, our schools, all that stuff. So you'll be seeing a lot of things that our counties are doing to help out with all that. So we got a lot of good people working for us too. So
there's something coming in on my earpiece. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, hang on. Oh, you know what, Zach? Chairman Powell from the Fed has just made a statement, and he said that buying a home in the Woodlands right now is a fantastic investment.
There it is.
That's what he just said.
Man, he has some good
you got it
connections.
live.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Chairman Powell, man. He's
Chairman Powell from the Treasury.
There you go.
Yes, that's what he just said.
Man, I tell you what. There you go. So look at that. See, I told you, John's a good guy to know. So we want to wrap this up and bring it down now more hyper-local. So we talked about global. We talked about national. We talked about what's going on in Texas, Houston. So let's bring this in and marry it to the Woodlands economy for housing.
Sounds good.
So right now we are in a great time. So we have low inventories right now. Mm-hmm. And in January there was 8% more contracts written that are going under homes going pending in the Woodlands. So just think, Woodlands is kind of a benchmark of what it means for Southeast Montgomery or South Montgomery County. And so if the Woodlands is up 8%, that means the rest of the communities are up too. So we have seen now for the first time in, I don't know, maybe like 2-3 years, that homes that are 900,000 and below are in a seller's market. And so,
excellent.
You know, they always say the best time to list is in June, but I mean, I'm just stating as a person here, but literally right now, if you have a chance to sell your house, I don't care if it's with us or anybody else, I would love for it to be us, but if you have a chance to sell your house right now, there's a low inventory and there's a strong market. So all the indicators are showing it's good. I mean, the 500 to 600, I think, is at a 3.2, 3.5 month supply. I mean, those are what we've seen in the past. So.
Those are good numbers to hear because it had been slow for a while, but that's good to hear.
So Absolutely. It is good. So, you know, you're seeing a pickup in this market right now and surrounding markets. And, you know, we survived 1 year after Harvey and, you know, we didn't have any major issues and we're starting to work on some irrigation plans. So I think we're moving pretty good in the right direction. So I think people are starting to feel more confident.
Absolutely. I'm feeling more confident.
It feels great.
When Powell said that, I'm all, you know, all in.
But look, guys, we just wanted to give you the news. There's so much information out there. So from what we're seeing personally in our industries, we're seeing a pickup and locally. So there's a lot of news that gets mixed and mingled in. And so, look, we are not economists. We don't have the crystal ball. We cannot tell you what it'll be 6 months from now. But if we look at the statistics of what we have for the historical markets and everything, I know there's talks of pending recession, which could be possible, but also the fundamental indicators show that things are pretty good too. So
absolutely, jobs.
Plenty of
them in this area.
Yeah, I mean we have MD Anderson open up, Houston Methodist is doing well, CHI St. Luke's is doing great, Memorial Herman's rocking and rolling too.
Hughes Landing or the new building at Grogan's Mill is going to be opening up.
Yeah. Texas Children's doing good. Yep. Yeah, Texas Children and CBI is being released on stuff. Yep. So there's a lot of activity here. So if you guys can just go out there and just really just see the happiness and smiles on people's faces. There's more consumer spending, more leisure hospitality jobs. I mean, things are good. So things could slow down, but I think that we're pretty protected here for the next year or so. That's my personal opinion. I can't predict it. I'm not the man upstairs, so I don't know the answer.
Well, you have a lot of the good answers, though. I trust you. This is the Houston guru right here.
No, not at all.
In the Woodlands.
Hey, anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I hope this information was good for you. This is my brother John right here, and
my brother Zach.
There it is. Zach Richmond
from another.
Richmond Realty Group, Remax the Woodlands and Spring.
And John Sanderson from Prime Lending right here in the Woodlands.
We're rooted locally. He's rich in community. Love you guys.
Peace.